honest opinion, the reason why I stopped you, 98 and a 70. You got any justifiable reasons for running so fast?
No.
Huh?
No.
Good answer. Appreciate your honesty. You got your driver's license on you?
Yeah.
You know what a super speeder is?
Probably me.
Huh?
Probably me. You doing all right?
It's 85 or above
Oh.
on the interstate, and 75 and above on. But I'll cut you back below the super speeder because you got to slow down, dude.
I appreciate you.
Magic thing about it is that's where you start getting points on your driver's license. At 15 over, and you don't want that. So keep that in mind when you're going down the road, okay?
I appreciate it.
All right, sir. Like I told you, since you were straight with me, I lowered it to 84. I did note on there what you were doing. Get your signature right there for me.
So you gonna tell me where you was stashed that, man? Because I come down through it all the time. And I said, you gonna tell me where you was?
113.
Dude, I knew to slow down there, but I was behind that freaking truck at the time. I was like, I don't see nobody, and kept on pushing. But y'all always kind of be around 114, 113.
Yeah.
That's y'all's typical spots. But I was like, I was moving today. I was like, man, let me just keep.
Well, let me finish this up, and I'll tell you where to not drive fast at. Please take care of this owner before the 17th of September. This little red slip here will tell you how to handle it. There's your driver's license. That's a warning. That's if you want to research that tag thing.
Tag thing, I trust you, man.
No, it's for a good cause. You know, people love putting those tinted things over there. I have one on my Mustang. I got a university, but it's a 66 Mustang convertible, and it don't come out very often. But I got a University of Georgia thing around the tag, you know. But there's that copy of that. But again, please slow down. 105.
I can't promise
113,
you, but I'm
121.
I appreciate you.
Now I can't. No, there's no absolutes. But that's the general. That's the 90% rule. But be careful, man.
Hey man, be safe out there, boss. Typically, if you ever get pulled over by the cops and you kind of straight up with them, things will go a whole lot smoother. If you fidgety, you seem suspicious about, stuff, that's when they typically get nervous, start wondering why you nervous, and things of that nature. Now, the typical person will be nervous when getting pulled over by a cop. Now, me personally, I've been pulled over by the cops so much that it's kind of the norm for me because I speed a lot. So getting pulled over by the cops is like, just part of my normal day almost nowadays. It's not an everyday thing, but I've gotten pulled over so much that I understand how to deal with the scenario, the situation, or whatever it is. And I've been pulled over going a lot faster than I've been pulled over going tonight. But if you handle the situation in a manner that don't cause them to have any suspicion or any alarm of, hey, something's not right about this scenario, then you typically will get out of the scenario with ticket, warning, or whatever the scenario is without it escalating to anything else. Now, I'm not saying that some scenarios don't just get to those situations without there being a cause for it, because that does happen. 100% it does happen. But all I'm saying is, typically with my stops,
watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
And when I say with my stops typically are speeding, like excessive speed. And I've been pulled over for triple digit plus, stops. And I've never been to jail for a stop. They've never had to, take my license or anything like that. They've never done anything of that nature. Now, I have been pulled over a time and I've been handcuffed and all that stuff because of some other guys that were with me when I was riding my motorcycle a night that I wasn't speeding. But typically when I get pulled over and it's for me, you know, I was in the wrong, and I know I was in the wrong. I just deal with the scenario and keep moving. I mean, if you speed, you're gonna get pulled over. You know, a ticket is gonna be a part of your day at some point. So I do everything I can to, you know, fight tickets, you know, as far as, you know, radar detector ways and trying to just pay attention to see what's going on. And I knew to slow down at the exit where he was at, where he told me he was at, and I knew to slow down because they're always there. But I was riding along with another vehicle and just pushing it on along, and went against my better judgment and kept on pushing instead of slowing it down. And you heard him, he just told me they're at 130, 113, 105. Those are the typical spots you're gonna find them in Madison County, which is, you definitely should slow down in Madison County. If you're in Georgia, slow down in Madison County. That's definitely where you should slow down, because they're out there almost every time. I can't believe I got stopped in Madison County. It's just ridiculous that I got stopped in Madison County, but I did, and wasn't paying attention, went against my better judgment, and was pushing on down the road. But once again, typically, if you're, let me slow down again, but typically if you don't give any reason for alarm, because you got to understand, these guys out here, especially at night, these guys out here pulling over an unknown and hoping everything goes okay, you know. So you got to understand that's their job, that's what they do, and I understand that they are trained to do that, and they should be able to deal with those scenarios. But it's a everyday thing that they do. They go up to a vehicle not knowing what's gonna happen every time, you know. So sometimes you might get a cop that's on edge, you know, and what I do when I get a cop that's on edge, I typically just relax a little bit more, just to make them feel more relaxed. Because if they're on edge and then I get on edge, it's just a bad scenario. So somebody in the situation has to de-escalate. You know, it should be the cops. It should be the cops that de-escalate. But if it's not the cop, somebody has to de-escalate the situation. And I'd rather be the person that de-escalated instead of ramping it up and dealing with a whole nother scenario, you know, where I may be going to jail or something else may happen to me. I'd rather be the person that de-escalate instead of escalated into something else. So that's just my tidbit on, you know, dealing with the cops. And because once again, I've been getting pulled over since I was 15 years old. Ever since I got a license, I've been getting pulled over by cops. So that's 30 plus years already, you know. So I understand how to deal with them. When I was younger, I did deal with those situations differently because, you know, I was young and I didn't have that experience to understand what's going on. You know, I just didn't have that life experience to understand, okay, how to deal with this scenario better. You know, I'd try to argue or whatever the situation may have been. You know, I didn't handle all those situations as well as they could have been. But nowadays, especially if I'm in the wrong, if I'm not in the wrong, okay, he's gonna get some feedback, because I'm like, look, dude, you got the wrong person. Whatever it is, nah, that wasn't me. So, because I have given feedback on scenarios where I know I wasn't speeding, or I know I wasn't doing whatever they told me I was doing. You know, there's been a couple situations I know when I was on my bike, feedback. Another time in Georgia, guy told me I ran across the line while going around a curve, feedback. And another time when I was speeding right up this way, right in Madison County, cat told me I was speeding when I wasn't. I even went to court with the video footage showing them that dude wasn't me. You know, so that when I'm not speeding and you pull me over, you're gonna get feedback. But when I'm speeding or I have done whatever, you know, you say you pulled me over for, I'm just gonna be like, okay, all right, you know, and keep it moving because I was in the wrong anyway. Ain't no need to, you know, lie about it or try to come up with some other scenario about, hey, yeah, this is what was going on. Nah, I was speeding. I typically speed. You got me this time. Be safe out there. You know, so that's how it goes in my scenarios. You know, I don't try to deny it. You know, if I'm caught, I'm caught. You know, it is what it is. I mean, it's just deal with it and keep moving for me. I don't try to deny it because it's something that I know that I do, and I know that I get pulled over from time to time. So I figure that, hey, if I'm gonna continue to speed, therefore I'm gonna continue to get pulled over. If I'm gonna continue to get pulled over, I need to understand how to deal with these situations without it ending badly. So I've kind of mastered that situation of dealing with the cops without it ending badly. But guess I need to master slowing my tail down and stop getting these tickets. But that probably won't happen. But either way, that's my little spiel on, you know, getting pulled over by the cops and kind of how to get out of those situations, you know, without anything going down. All right, guys, good chatting with you.